What's up, everybody? How are you? I apologize for the lateness. Just the doctor will be with us tonight. This is Real Talk Chronicles. We haven't been with you in a minute. It was the 4th of July holiday and had some other stuff. We had to take care of some personal stuff. So I do apologize for that. How are you all doing? Tonight, it's Dr. Corder in the building. It's Real Talk Chronicles. Thank you for being with us all the time. We appreciate you. Um, I'm going to get situated. You can see the sponsors right here below. Daily Survival Magazine, Melba Wilson, Chocolat. I spoke to Leon the other day. He's doing well. Reggie Wells, Quality Speakers. I haven't spoken to Reggie in a minute. I don't know where my man is at. I hope he's well. Ingram Taxes, they're doing their thing. And Leak of Soft Illusions Art Gallery and Design Interaction. So, of course, can't forget my wife. That wouldn't be a good night for me. Let's see, the first Monday of the month is Assemblyman Al Taylor. We got to get Al back. Props to him for running a good race. Sorry that he didn't win. Yusuf Salam won from the Central Park 5, the exonerated Central Park 5. So props to him. So hopefully we'll get Al back next month. The second Monday of the month is, of course, Dr. Marilyn Corder, which you're here tonight. And the third is Allison Williams, the First Lady of Def Jam. Allison got an Emmy. So you know she's going to want to talk about that when she comes back. And the fourth, it's the Forsters, it's Malika and I. So shout out to everybody that's chiming in, that will be chiming in. Of course, we won't be here long. Since we've last spoken, crime is still crime. Guy on a motorcycle, a dirt bike, or whatever he was, riding around shooting people. I think there was another mass shooting in Baltimore. There also, I think there was a mass shooting in another country too. Escaped convict in Pennsylvania. I think out of Pittsburgh. Heard about the guys doing the scheme. What's up, 40? My man got caught. Tired. Supervisor NYPD, Dwayne Montgomery. I know Dwayne. Send my prayers to you. I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll just see what happens. What else? Oh, that's right. I said the fourth is always Malika and I. How was everybody's fourth? This rain has been crazy. It's been crazy. What about reversing the rights? You see what happened with you loving Clarence Thomas, huh? Right? Change that. So no more affirmative action. That's crazy. Hey, Stefania, what's going on? Dr. Corder will be in a few. Wednesday, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about that too. But they're just changing laws left and right. They really don't care what they're doing nowadays. Also, too, there was a thing I put up about they want to medically, not medically. Let me read it so I don't have to act like I know what I'm talking about. It says, health professionals are now being told to call vaginas bonus holes to avoid offending trans parents. What the hell is that? They are getting too carried away. They really are. Collins, what's going on? Shout out to everybody chiming in, peeping in, coming in. Dr. Corder will be with us very soon. But so you want us to change how you want women vaginas to be called bonus holes. I don't even know what to say to that. What kind of buffoonery is that? Bonus holes? Collins, did you go to Sunday sermon? I mean, not Sunday sermon, Soul Summit out in Brooklyn. Oh, can't forget the Beautiful People brunch party this Wednesday. Excuse me, I'm tired. This Saturday, July 15th. Shout out to birthday people too. Anybody celebrating with us? It was stated by I posted it on Facebook, Colin. It was from, let me go back and read it where I got it from. D.O. Hewley posted it, and he said it's from Hollywood Unlocked. It said health professionals are now being told to call vaginas bonus holes to avoid offending trans parents. Listen, I'm gonna ask the doc about that. Is she hearing anything like that? But don't be surprised. I was talking to a physician. I thought he said it's from the people. You won't be able to survive without good laws. Exactly. What did you just send me? Somebody just sent me something. Let me see. See if it's coming in. Yeah, I knew about that. I saw that. Thank you. So yeah, they're changing the game. I didn't go. I fell for the weather forecasters. Yeah, definitely. So I don't know what's going on with that kind of information. I think they're getting a little too carried away, if that is it. Sometimes trying not to offend people, you offend them. You offend others. I think there's a way to do things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm all for everybody doing now. You're disrespecting all the women that you've come from. All the women, it's going to be a bonus. I'm not going to say that shit like that. You know, Dr. Corder will be with us shortly. She just texted me. She's doing Dr. Corder stuff. Yeah. Is there anything I want to talk about? I mean, it's weather. It's been hot and humid. I don't know if anybody's having health issues that might affect that. Please have your questions ready for the doctor. Strokes, things of that magnitude, allergies, on and popping for people. Politics is politics. What do we say about that again? We'll definitely pick up some of that. We'll ask Doc how she feels about certain things, about Clarence Thomas doing away with that, being part of that team. Hey, Kim, how are you? What else is going on in this world today? A lot of everything. I mean, I think if you like me, sometimes you just drained from so much stuff. All-Star game is another night. Whoop-de-doo. Yankees and Mets. They trying to hold on. Knicks traded Obi Toppin. I'm getting texts from everywhere. Please. Yeah. I heard New York is all flooded. The trains and stuff like that. I got to call on that. The trains. Stefania, is that true? Are the trains messed up? What are we doing with this world? Definitely. I was going to ask you guys too. I'll definitely ask you Wednesday. Like, how do you think the mayor's doing? side. What do you think about them making Eddie Caban, who would be the first Hispanic police commissioner? What do you think about giving him a shot? I like Eddie. That's my man. So, of course, I want to see him succeed and do what he has to do. You all being careful out there. I was in Brooklyn the other day, Saturday. It was all right. But I was there for a martial arts seminar. I'm tired, knee hurt, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about Britney Spears' claim of being smacked in the face? Colin, you know what's so funny? They said that, now security probably didn't know who Britney was. They just thought it was a little white girl trying to hug this new $1 million man. And they told her to back up. Now, they said video shows that she didn't get smacked. She hit herself in the face. I guess when the security guard might have just put his arm out, but she hit herself in the face. But she wants an apology. You want an apology because I guess you were Britney Spears. How many people get pushed and shoved when they try to get close to celebrities? Kendra, what's up, cuz? How are you? Shout out to everybody chiming in, watching from wherever you are or whatever you're doing. I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, if you got questions for the doc. Hey, Kendra, hey, cuz, did you hear anything about they want to start calling vaginas bonus holes because they don't want to offend trans parents? I don't know if you heard that. I posted that today. That came from D.O. Hughley. Usually he's up on his information. Oh, you heard it? Oh, wow. Okay. And you're in the medical field, and you're a female too. I mean, and this is a big question for the female. It's a term there already. Now, I'm definitely going to have to ask the doc about this because first, from a woman's standpoint, how do you feel? And then two, from a medical standpoint, are we doing too much? That along with chest feedings. Huh? What do you mean chest feedings? What is that? For women, what they don't want instead of breast. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. So they want to call it chest feedings instead of breastfeedings. See, this is what I'm trying to say. This is starting to get too much. Really, so I saw a commercial today. It was today somebody, and it was a female, and it was Marvin or something like that, or Maxwell. I was like, she's a female. I mean, and I'm all for everybody being who they are. Yes, it's already approved word. I'm all for everybody being who they are. But can we still be men and can we still be women? That's the real elephant in the room for me sometimes. Can we just still be that? Because the bottom line is, what are you gonna and this is a good topic. And we'll pick this up Wednesday too. But this is a good topic too, because now what's gonna happen? We're gonna see we're gonna call our cats and our dogs they, them, he, she. I mean, not he and she, but they, them. What's your dog? They. Well, I saw my dog licking himself, so he's bi. Come on, you're just getting too much with this. Really, enough is enough. And so this is something. When you shove something down people's throats, you make them regurgitate. You know what I'm saying? It's like waterboarding and torture. Maybe this is why a lot of people still have problems with people of color, because they felt with affirmative action and things like that, it was forced upon them. I've had a former police officer tell me he didn't like affirmative action because he felt he got beat out of a job because a person of color got it. I think Black or Hispanic, I don't know who it was, but a person of color got it. Women have to understand too, you're going to lose in this. What's up, Jazzy? How you feel, brother? Peace, my brother. Respect, always. How you been? One day you got to stop by the brunch party, brother. Say hi to your boy. Like women lose with that affirmative action too now. I'm so tired. 40 says, I'm so tired of the alphabet people running every day life. We are human beings, not robots, and not artificial intelligence. Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. Dr. Corder is trying to log on. You know, I guess her Wi-Fi is acting up, you know. So we're going to definitely see her when she gets in and she chimes in. But I need to get her thoughts on these things, because in a medical field, and cuz you're right, because these doctors are asking you now, are you having sex? Who you having sex with, kind of things. Like, and I heard there's just a protocol, and cuz correct me, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, like they have a standard now that they have to go by that sometimes it's a little offensive. You know, like, do we do too much to appease people? I tell you one thing, they ain't not doing it for Black people and Hispanic people. They ain't bending that much. A lot of things is changing, but it ain't changing like that. We're more concerned about bonus holes than affirmative action. This is where we are with the world we living in today. Come on now, let's prioritize what's going on. You're right, Colin. They were, and not Black people. You're right, Colin. White women were the beneficiaries of that, of affirmative action, and not Black people. Kendra said, yes, it is. Our surgeon does gender reassignment surgeries, and it has definitely opened my eyes. I don't even know what to say about this, because, I mean, like I said, bless your heart for doing what you do. But where do we go with this? When does it? And I'm not talking, when I say stop, I'm not talking about stop in the fact of disrespecting the LGBT community. That's not where I'm at with this. I'm just saying, when can there be some, and I guess, am I fair to say this, some normal way of the way we grew up, where men were still men and women were still women? Your sexual preference didn't have anything to do with who you are. That's your preference. That's my personal feeling. I don't know. I'm a heterosexual man. My preference is my preference, right? But now things have changed to the point where I have to say they, them, him. Not him. I mean, I don't know these acronyms anymore. You know, Cigar Queen, what's going on, sis? How are you? So, okay, let's see. We're gonna have to call a doctor because she's having problems getting in. So let's see how this works. Okay, let me call her right now. We're calling the doc, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, how you feeling?
Reached the office of Dr. Marilyn Corder.
What the hell?
You are experiencing a life-threatening emergency.
What the hell? She just told me to call everybody. She playing with my emotions. She getting back in the cousin mode right now. Hold on, let me tell her I just called her. What the hell happened? Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with this. I mean, what's your thoughts, everybody out there? Do you feel they're doing too much? Do you feel they're doing not enough? Are you okay with, you know, vaginas being called bonus holes. The females, guys. I mean, like, what are they gonna? What am I gonna call now when I have a bonus penis? Like what is that? When I go to the doctor, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, you have a bonus penis. Okay, thanks. So I mean, it's just, and like I said, this is a great topic because I mean, I want her opinion on this. Let me try calling her again. Hey Pandora, how are you? How's it going? So right now we're talking about the elephant in the room, what they've come out to say for females, that when you go to the doctor,
Hello. You have reached the office of Dr. Marilyn Corder.
Oh. You guys hear it? I don't know what's. Oh, okay. Now let's see what's happening. Hey, cuz.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. People
I don't know if they can. Can they hear me?
Can anybody hear? If y'all can hear the doc, give me some thumbs up. I think they can hear you though. I'm gonna put you close so they should be able to hear you. So
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So we've had an internet disconnect. The insurances from 11 a.m. until current have been down. Blue Cross, Cigna, Aetna. So something's going on with the circuitry. I hope there's no foul play. But I've had patients go to and can't use their insurance because the pharmacy can't get access to it.
Wow. I don't know. We don't know what's going on in this world. It's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Right. The people who have diabetes and really need their medicine will $320 for her prescription, and she just had it like that. But most of my patients not going to have it like that. Right.
So I mean, with the way this world is going, we had smoke coming from Canada. We got torrential downpour raining.
Oh my God!
We got your boy C. Thomas changing affirmative action. I definitely want to get your opinion on that. And then especially the elephant in the room that I sent you, and in the medical field is about bonus holes, like for vaginas. Like Doc, first give me your thoughts on that, because I was Kendra's on too. She's not she's online. She's saying this is the practice in the DMV area now. That I think this is already kind of mandated, and it's so. First and foremost, I mean, is it true from your standpoint? I mean, you're a doctor. What's your feeling on that? And then from a medical and from a female standpoint. So go ahead.
Okay, wait. Okay, so first, hey guys, everybody. Number one, number two. What's my standpoint on the transgender, the LGBTQ? Because we all had to take, and Kendra's probably referred to that, in order to get, you update your license, etc. There's courses that you have to take for cultural sensitivity, for gay rights, that's an old-fashioned term, for awareness, to make sure he, she, them pronouns are adequately and how they want to be addressed. And you can't make fun, you can't joke, you can't do any of that. And and you have to make sure that your practices, even in your waiting room, is all gender and transgender positive and receptive. Now in pediatrics, I don't have to. I mean, we talk kids, okay? So a few teenagers periodically, but it's not like across the board that those other specialties and grown-up docs have to do. So specifically, what is your question, cuz?
So my question is, first, so basically this is coming to fruition. Like this is already in motion. From now, I'm gonna go right to the rabbit, the vagina being called a bonus hole. How do you feel about that from a medical standpoint, and then from an African-American female, a woman, just a woman, period? Not even have to be about your color on this one.
All right, well, we're going to talk biological right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to keep it simple. As you are, whatever your gender is at birth, if it's a female, then that means you have a vagina, because you are what we call female genitalia.
Okay.
So that's a given. That's fact number one. Fact number two, those who feel that they are when they were born as male and they feel that they are female and they're transgender, and they have surgical corrections or surgical assignment or identification as female, they don't have a vagina. So they still would be identified as trans. Now, understand this. When you're trans, that's what it is. You were not born with a vagina. Now, we do have folks who have had different procedures and dimples being made, etc. But in true sense of what we know, a vagina that has connections with fallopian tubes and ovaries and all that. Remember your 6th grade, 7th grade, reproductive health, and everybody's like, ugh. But anyway, the basic anatomy of a female that ends into a vagina, they don't have. Now, they have the other opening, okay, that we all have, but they don't have that. So is it a bonus hole? I don't like that term. And that's just me personally. It is what it is. It's what you were born with. And it's not like you stood in line to get a bonus. Okay? That was what and how you were made genetically or, gender-wise. Gender assignment is what we're talking about. Now, somebody asked a question, and I know I'm going overkill. Somebody asked the question, if a straight male, is attracted to a trans, is he gay? Now, that's the question.
Yeah, that's a deep question. You're right. Yeah.
That's the question. Is he gay? Now, is he attracted to the trans, who's now a female, used to be a male? Is he attracted to a trans? Because they look good, like those trans. They put us to shame. If that is attraction because of what's on the outside, and then realize that was one time a male and now a female, and now you now gay because you are attracted, and then from that point of relationship and intimacy or what have you, that's going to be the question, if that person is gay. So anyway, so bonus, whatever, I think that's going a little bit much. It's not a bonus. It's called, that's what you were born with. Your birth-given right having a vagina. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can answer this from a doctor standpoint. I can ask you when we're sitting at the barbecue table together, and you can give me your personal feelings, but I don't know if I'm putting you in a quagmire when I say this. Do you think they're doing too much?
Well, there's people called, you have to have, how should I say, the right to have this, the right to this. I mean, we got the right to bear arms, shooting people when they walk up to your step. But
right.
So the right to change your gender, you have that right.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say that.
I agree with that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the services, you're entitled to medical services. Now, I'm going to tell you where I feel that it's a little bit much, where the rubber meets the road. Mm-hmm. And that is when I have a young lady, and let's say if Adrian was 12 years old, and she's running track, and then there's a trans 12-year-old or 13-year-old in the same age group running track or wrestling or what have you. Right. I feel that is an advantage, an unfair advantage. I hate to say it, and I thought I wouldn't, but I'm putting it out there. That's an unfair advantage because muscle mass, ability, strength is inherent when you're a male versus a female. Now, you can change all you want to, but that one-time male who now is a female will have an advantage. So that's where the state right next to us, the state of Virginia, banned it. They said you can go to the bathroom, whatever gender or, the unilateral, whatever the, unisex bathroom, but you can't be on the team. If you're biologically male and you're trans and you're a girl, you can't be on the team. Then maybe you can be a cheerleader. Right. But when it comes down to your muscle mass and your ability, because the girls that are not trans, born as females, they've been training hard. They've been training long. And here comes somebody who has an advantage. I feel that that's more of an advantage than using steroids. So that's my opinion.
I totally agree with you. And then Lisa Clark was saying she agreed with you. And like I said, this is, and Kendra Cousin Kendra agrees too. I don't know if who else agrees. Please give me some thumbs up or thumbs down. Because this is real talk, and it's your opinion.
I don't want to step on any toes who are listening who are trans. I get it. I respect it. That is your right. You know, you are entitled to all the health care, all of that. I get it. I get it. Okay?
Yeah, because Doc, let me just say, interject. This is not about should you get health care, no matter what you want to be. I'm just saying this is just a point right now. We're changing verbiage, and follow me with this. And Colin, I'm gonna ask the doctor the question. But we've had to fight so hard to get called Black instead of Negro, and we still got people that want to call us Iggers. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know.
We can't. We just got affirmative action just switched right back, and we're going back. And that is so stupid for them. And I'll definitely get your opinion on that later on. But like they just black hole their own race. You know, women. So women are going to fail for that. Colin asks a question. He says, "Let's flip the switch. If a straight female is attracted to a female who converted to a male, is she considered a lesbian or a gay?" It's a good question. I mean, you know what's so funny? I mean, I'm going to say this. If me, a heterosexual man, and I'm looking at a female that I appear to be a female, I'm attracted to the female. Now, if it gets to a situation where it's physical, it's about to be intercourse, and I find out something different,
somebody gets killed.
Exactly. There's a problem. There's a problem. Yeah. There's a problem. So I see I think we've lost this thing where dressing man. I'm gonna give him a compliment. There's no innuendos with that. Collins and Malika is tight. Collins sees something. If I see a man that I know that dress nice, boom. Now, if I say that to a female in the workplace, it's sexual harassment, even though we're just talking about compliments now. But the thing is, they're going to start making it, and because I don't even know who the hell they are. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with all due respect, and I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't know who they are. Where you can get things changed like this, where we are so sensitive to the LGBT community. But we're not this sensitive to people of color. Now, I feel sorry for a person of in the LGBT community that stands for that or is in that, and they're a person of color, because now their color has taken us a second or third step back from what the LGBT community is going. And I hate to put it like it's on the LGBT community, because it sounds like I'm against what they're feeling and what they're doing. No, by no hell way means am I against whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? We got family people. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we not even pushing that. You know what I'm trying to say? We're not even pushing that agenda. But what I'm trying to say is that when I'm looking at a commercial today and there's Maxwell wants to do something, and then next thing you know, I'm looking at Maxwell, and Maxwell is a female, and I'm like, okay, don't push it down our throats. And then this is the real elephant in the room. Maybe, and no disrespect to any white person that's listening out there, but is this how white people have felt about blacks evolving? You know, like, oh, I'm tired of all these black people doing this and doing that. Because now, you know, we got a black man that was instrumental in turning, you know, affirmative action. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Hey, look, all that's your skin folk ain't your kin folk.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely.
I just feel that he self-hates, and I feel that he knows, because he was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Yeah. He knows that that's the only way, from his southern ways, that's the only way he was able to become an attorney. Yeah. Through affirmative action. Yep. And he pushed a lot of people, a lot of more educated, I hate to say, or a lot more articulate white people back to get that spot. Now, there it is, affirmative action. For him, the audacity for him to erase 50 years of progress, you know, and strike it down. I mean, Black Jesus is looking at it. Okay.
Yeah. Like you know how many people are turning over in their grave that have fought for civil rights and stuff like that. You know, like really, dude. And you sitting there and you smiling, someone to slap the black off his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. But you know,
his non-talking, you know, his grandmother and great grandmother are turning, and grandfather are turning over in their graves. How dare him?
Yeah. Definitely. Colin put up well, I don't know. I think, no, it is a joke. Colin said, before you have sex with somebody, you have to ask, are you bone or boneless? Yeah. Well, you know what's so funny? Thank God I'm married, because I ain't got to have to deal with none of that nonsense, you know? Yeah. And Malika, your cousin, said she's agreeing with everything you stated earlier. I mean, because, you know, talking about affirmative action. And what's so funny is they've taken the word woke and ran with it and making it a derogatory thing. They've just pushing us back. And now, what did they took the funding from HBCU schools, right? Historical Black colleges, didn't they? They did something like that too, right? Where,
well, yeah, but federal funds, but you know, years ago they did that, and there were so many Black schools that got closed.
Yeah.
I think 16 were out in the state of Tennessee alone. But we're coming back. And I said we're coming back. Us former students of HBCUs, we're coming back. And we're going to, I mean, Steve Jobs' wife, I mean, a lot of people are giving money to HBCUs. If ever there's a time, and Morgan is about to open up a medical school in Baltimore. So if ever there's a time that parents, grandparents, godparents, etc., to support the HBCUs, because we have to expand. We see what's going on, you know, and maybe it's a point where right now when your children are at the majority schools, they're going to feel a little bad. I mean, it's almost a given now that with affirmative action being squashed, it's a given to give those majority students at these other schools who already have classmates who are Black, okay? They're gonna wear them out. It is sad, and you know, you may want to come on and transfer to an HBCU.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think the athletes, all these the star athletes, should stay in HBCU schools.
I hadn't thought about that. Right.
You know, that way that money could get funded. Yep.
They're bringing money.
Bringing that money, and you know, and it's a shame that right now we're playing. I think, you know, because this world is getting crazy where now everything is really a chess game or checkers. Like if we give you one, I got to jump you to get something back. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna take this. So you know they stopped the tuition. I mean what was it? The loan. The loan thing.
The student loan. Right.
You know, people thought that they were going, you know, it was going to be a washed away. Nope. So I mean, it's they took away the trades for people to have. First and foremost, people, you know, we grew up in an era where you learn to trade. You know, like they always say, you teach a person how to fish, he'll never go hungry. Right now, it was a bonus to be a doctor, a nurse, or anybody that had degrees like, you know, Malika, you know, teachers, you know, you had, and teachers, they even, like, you can get a job as a teacher with a degree, but to stay there, you got to get your master's. And then you still can't teach what you want to teach. Ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? You still can't teach Black history. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on? How are you? But I mean, you know, that's why I applaud you and Kendra and other people that I know that, you know, still keeping it real. Like that was the one thing I've always said about me when I was in law enforcement. It was my job. It wasn't who I was as a person. You know, I've always had arguments with people like, you know, you want to have that people that have that like-minded, nah, I'm not doing that. And I heard people say, you're a police officer. I said, no, I'm Black. police. Right. That's what I did, and that's what I was. Well, that's what I did. I was a police officer, but it's not who I am as a person. I don't go home and sleep in my uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, and people take their jobs too seriously and forget who they are as people. And it's obviously Mr. Thomas CT has forgotten where he's run, but we've all seen it. I mean, just like he did Anita Hill, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a shame, and that means he's going to have to die at that position for somebody else to get it. And you know, there was a thing going out here saying, a post that's going around. If I find it again, I'll send it to you. That the guy was saying, white guy was saying this. He was like, for anybody that voted against Hillary Clinton and voted for Trump at that time, everything now is because of you, because these judges would not have been in the positions. The last, I think, last 3 judges or 4 judges?
That's right.
They would not be there if it wasn't for Trump putting them in their position. And now they've changed the whole parameter of this world. And you know, it's so funny. This is why I guess I'm confused, Doc. And now I have to go to the medical aspect of it. How can the LGBT community make things so sensitive that you have to do? There's no rules and regulations. It's just this is what it's going. You know, like they can just mandate things where you have to change and become trans sensitive or LGBT community sensitive in your profession.
Well, you know, we're supposed to care for, you know, the underdog, the underprivileged, and give me your, you know, your poor, your hungry, etc. Whenever we give you your trans, and you want to make sure that they. Sorry if you didn't hear me. If you want to, you know, everybody. There's something called equal rights, equality. We know,
of course,
it's there,
of course,
but and so they're human also. No matter who they decide to love or who they become or decide to be. So.
But Doc, let me interject for a second, because I got to say this, and I think you would probably agree with what I'm saying. I don't think anybody here, and I can only speak for myself right now, and I'm sure you'll probably co-sign what I'm saying. And I'm maybe, I don't know, in the medical field, I'm sure there's racism and there's prejudice in any walk of life that we do. But I mean, I you know, the medical people take an oath. I think, like Kendra, I think you guys take an oath just like I had to do to protect and serve anybody and everybody. Like I couldn't pick and choose what color that I wanted to protect or what sex I wanted to protect that day. Is if a human life is in danger, that's my job to protect them. And I'm assuming in your profession, it's your job to help, you know, anybody that needs assistance. And
right.
So I think where a lot of people are losing the sight of is like we're acting like they're losing something. Just like what it's like we're giving them like they're 40 acres in a mule. Like we're not like what are we giving them? Like to be sensitive, you know what I'm trying to say? Because I'm only going off of what you said. Like, yeah, you know, you got to be sensitive and like they're the underdog. Are they really seen like that in the terminology in the medical field? If you can answer that.
Well, there's something called, what do you call it? You know, when you anti them and you know, bash them and kill them and they suicidal and all of that. But you know, they term it hate crime. Now, how many hangings did we have to suffer?
Right. We can't even get that for us, people of color. Right. That's my point.
Right.
You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I hate to say this because it sounds like a white person saying, "Oh, well, I have black friends." Like I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. You know, my friends are my friends. I don't have to distinguish what's their sexual preference. You understand what I'm trying to say? But the thing is, speaking on this, it's like when a woman can't just say she has a vagina and that's who she is, in lieu of got to say it's a bonus hole It makes no sense. It's just like you like really. So what are they going to talk now? What's going to be next? I have a bonus penis. Like like what I'm trying to say. Like yo, like I get it. I mean, I know like right now. I think in the medical field, like you have to ask. Do you have to ask if a person is?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Oh.
And there's a term on the actual form is what was your assigned gender at birth? What is your preferred gender? That's now part of the history.
Okay.
Assigned gender meaning male, female, male infant, female infant. That's your sign. Mm-hmm. When the babies come out, it's a boy, it's a girl. Yeah. No matter what the gender reveal was, okay, what is a preferred? It's a boy, it's a girl. And then once that assignment, that's it. Now, then people have changed their gender. I mean, with transgenders reverse that. Mm-hmm. So with that, you say assigned at birth. That means the doctor called you a girl or boy. Your chart says that, and then your preferred. So that's part of your history. So basically, pretty soon when a person has a baby, like you said, they're going to say this might be a sign. Well, I'm assuming it's on the horizon where when a baby comes out of a womb, they're going to be like, it's a person, it's a baby. It doesn't have a sex. Pretty soon they're going to be. Now that's a point. They may not be able to say. Well, the baby hadn't decided what he wants to do or she wants to do something.
That's my point. That's my point. Don't gender my baby because he or she doesn't know. Well, they don't know yet.
That's heavy duty.
Well, we're going down that road, that hole.
Well, yeah, so it's like don't say what it is. It's your baby.
Yeah, leave it blank. 3 X's.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 question marks, and when he gets older, he'll decide. They decide. They'll be like, okay, we'll ask you at 10th grade or first grade.
Right.
Well, do you have an idea what you want to be? Well.
So then that's going to go all the way to how do you name it? Do you use all unisex?
Yeah.
Do you do all unisex names like Sean?
Yeah.
Or Aaron or I'm just trying to think.
Or Billy.
Billy. Oh, Billy. That's right. Billy could be a girl. Or
Sydney.
So we got we'll have these unisex names. Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kendra was saying when she was having her son, many circles she was in, I was in, were saying gender reveal parties are now becoming a hot topic. Yo, listen. I mean, right now, I mean, and listen, if it's starting with the kids, it's going to be starting with the kids. Next thing you know, it's going to go to the animals. They're going to be like when you say, Doc, you was walking your dog. Your dog going to call your dog they. He was like, I mean, I got to throw a little humor in this because if not, I have another cocktail. But you got to find some rainbow at the end of the tunnel. No pun intended. Just bringing some humor to this. I think the medical field is in. I won't even use the word rude awakening because that might sound like a little harsh. I just think we're all in for awakening that can't be changed, and this is what it is. And like I said, my thing is things can get changed like this, but we can't get changed like gun laws. We can't even get hanging rights. We can't make hanging a hate crime.
Right.
So that's why, like, I'm not pushing back. I'm just want somebody to help me push that agenda. You know what I'm trying to say? I ain't pushing back. Like, yo, you want to go that way? Because I'm gonna call you. If your name is Rodney, I'm gonna call you Rodney. If you change it, if you legally change your name, then it is what it is. It's just like I don't have time for all that. I really don't. I mean, I may sound like somebody miserable and mean, but at the workplace, when people come in, what do you got to say? They. You can't even say how's little Susan or Anthony. You got to say they now. Cheryl said my daughter just had a gender reveal and it's a girl. Oh wow, okay. Like this is well, Doc. you're gonna definitely tell me something at the cookouts at the barbecues, because we got some stuff to talk about with this, because I'm just saying, I think it's gonna put a little chokehold on people in the medical field like you and Kendra, anybody else that's in the medical field. I think it's gonna make it harder for other people, because now when people want to go somewhere, or when people want to say, I want to be called by they or them, that's what we're going to have to do now, right? Or if not, it's going to be like, oh, it's like might be like a hate, a kind of hate thing. Great show, folks. I have to go and play the lottery. Yo, Collins, if you hit, don't forget your boy. Good luck anybody playing the lotto and whatever ones, because there's a lot of millions. There's a lot of millions, man. So I pray you all, and don't forget me, and don't forget my cousins. Hey, cuz, I know I'm not gonna hold you too long, because I know you got that phone to your ear, and I appreciate you doing this. I'm gonna ask you a question. The weather has been very humid lately.
Oh my God, yes.
Do you have anything? I mean, does this cause strokes or anything like that? Is it any advice you give people?
So they just talked about something called SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder. We usually see that in the winter when it has an effect because there's not a lot of sun, and it's cold. Well, now they have identified with all this humidity, with all of this storms, with flooding, climate changing. So people are getting depressed, in terms of when is it going to stop? When can we get a real season? So seasonal affective disorder looks like it's year round, but we beginning to identify and see it in the spring and the summer of these days. Mm-hmm. Because between the Canadian fires and, as you said, the rain, and that's bad enough just being too hot and being humid.
Right.
But can you imagine when you look at the devastation of some of these areas where the tornado just took your whole house out? Mm-hmm. And just some of the stuff, or the fires that took your house out, and you're rushing and you're running rather for your life. That's beyond seasonal affective disorder. Okay. And it's just overwhelming. And today, as I said, with the insurances, all the portals are down. People, it's like a horror movie. It's like, what else? I can't believe it. And I guess with all the affirmative action, people trying to go to school, people trying to educate, and the tuition is astronomical. It's either your child goes to school or you sell your house. You sell your house, the child goes to school. You don't sell your house, child doesn't go to school. It's just so much. It's so much.
Yeah. Cause I don't know. The world is just getting different. Like you said, that's what it is. The bottom line is, you said, you articulated so well. It's just so much, and people killing each other. This is enough to drive people over the wall. People can't pay bills. People losing health cares and things of that magnitude. It's so much. This is going to be a civil war. It's going to go crazy. It's just, oh my God. Well, I guess, please, everybody up there, keep your faith, whatever that is. There's a higher power. They say God don't give you more than you can handle. You know what I'm saying? So. Right.
And then they find, cocaine in the White House.
Now, what kind of murder at 1600 shit was that?
But it was at the visitors. It was at the visitors' entry.
I know.
I think what happened, when the visitors came up in there and said, "Oh shit," and realized they had those drug sniffing dogs, whatever, and dropped it.
Yeah.
Back or just dropped it. Right in,
Yeah, people are going to talk about that was the sun shit and all kind of, people just don't know what else to say. I know. Well, Doc, giving people some positive information till next month. I appreciate you coming.
The most positive is that we have our senses. We may have hard times, but just think of those who, as I mentioned earlier, don't have a roof over their head. are laying up in the ICU. So let's just be grateful for some basic stuff, to be able to communicate, to know who you are, and to make sure that each day, you put your whole life in the hands of the Lord, and if He wakes you up, then that's a blessing for the day. Until next time, this is Dr. Corder signing out.
That's right. Take care, Doc. Love you. Be good.
Love you too.
All right. Bye-bye. Everybody, that was Dr. Marilyn Corder chiming in. See, no matter where she is and how she's doing it, she's making it happen, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you all. What's up, Ross? Listen, we dealt with a lot of elephants in the room tonight. We really did. Affirmative action, the whole LGBTQ community stuff, and we're talking about. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, let me read it for you. What's coming down, and it's just been confirmed by my cousin that's a nurse and my cousin that's the doctor, that the health officials are now being told to call vaginas bonus holes to avoid offending trans patients. I don't know what to say. I think it's too much. Like I said, I keep saying this, and I'm not going to say this like a broken record. Of course, I don't have anything against LGBT community. Not at all. But like bonus holes. So would I have a bonus penis? Ladies, like you said, and my cousin was telling me also now, you call it chest feeding, not breastfeeding anymore. Come on, get the gun. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off. And that's a slogan. It's an old saying, get the gun. So I don't want nobody to say I'm talking about going to arms. That's an old saying, get the gun. Like, when is too much too much? If you speak up against it, people think you anti something. I'm not anti anything. You can be called anything you want. You want to call yourself Daffy Duck? Then do Daffy Duck shit. I don't have a problem with that. But don't mean I have to call you Daffy Duck when I know you don't look like a duck. And even if you put on a duck suit, I'm going to say, what do you want to be as a duck? I'm not going to call you a duck. You know what I'm saying? Don't call mine that, or you'll be offending me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Facts, Cheryl. Facts. So listen. I'm not trying to speak up and say this is wrong. I'm just saying it's too much. We're worried more about the LGBT community's feelings than we're worried about people of color's feelings. They just reversed affirmative action. Last thing I know, LGBT community people go to school, right? That's going to have to affect them. There's a lot going to be happening. Roscoe said after LGBT. Oh, he said LGBT, and they are no more important than real people. They are hypocrites, and their supporters are clowns. That's from my man. That's how you feel. Somebody. It makes people have a disdain in certain ways, and it's not a good look. Like I said earlier in the show, I said, was this how white people felt about people of color when we started making moves, striving for excellence? And, now they're reversing affirmative action. And my thing is, how do we get things for the LGBT community and we can't get things for the Black people? We can't stop ourselves from calling us the N-word. Now, medically, you're able to change the whole diaspora of what somebody says to you in the room, on the forums. I'm done. Listen, Kendra said exactly, Cheryl. At one point, does it start to offend me? Me as a woman being told to say chest feeding is offensive. Just keeping it real. Exactly. So women with breasts. Exactly, Cheryl. Where's our hate crime? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it seemed like we get pushed back to the back of the bus. And I'm sad when I look at people of color and when do the young don't get it? Because we got it. We got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's the young that's supposed to carry the torch. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my goddaughter. She lives in Florida, right? And they're talking about her and her husband thinking about, planning for a child. They have a child in Florida. They can't even teach them about Black history. I'm like, yo, we can't win. We just boxing. Like, yo, you're going to tell me now women got to say chest feeding. I'm going to say what the F I want to say, period. Now, if I'm offended somebody, then it is what it is. Because you know what? Then let me leave. I'm going because I'm not going all that down that rabbit hole. Listen, I'm gonna put it out there. If you don't want to have a certain private part, get it taken off. Then you don't have to be anything. You can be all. Get it. If you want it off, take it off. And once you take it off, cut it and open it. It is what it is. That's just my thoughts. I hope I didn't offend anybody with that, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel that way, and this is why this is real talk. It's real conversations. This is what we got to say. Say with it. Anything else, it wouldn't be real. It wouldn't, Yeah, they are banning books in Florida. Roscoe said, Cheryl said that. Roscoe said Black people won't even stand up for themselves. So why would we think we stand up for anyone else? Absolutely. Yeah, Cheryl, I was mentioning that to Doctor earlier. I said, yo, where's our hate crime? We can't even get a hate crime, yo. Right? Lynching. We can't even get being called the N-word derogatory, a hate crime, because we call ourselves that. I had a white person tell me that one time. He was like, yeah, it's different. And you can't say that. You can say that because you call yourselves that. I said, don't get that shit slapped out of you today. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's knock it off. Roscoe said, at this point, if you're offended, oh, well, real is real. Yeah, real talk. Absolutely. Listen, I'm going to express my opinion. Let's say what it is. And I want everybody to express this. Kendra said, when the location consultant corrected me on the chest feeding terminology when I had my son, I was done. Oh, really? They really corrected you, cuz? Like, they was like, yo, it's chest feeding, not breastfeeding. You should have hit it with you just skeeted on her. You know what I'm trying to say. I got to bring some little topic into it. Here, Cheryl said, it's sad that we had to go get this clown act and now discriminate on the way we wear our hair. Exactly. 40 said, if they want to do this and that, then they can take care of themselves and they have their own resources. Leave us alone. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, yo, listen, I'm going to keep it 100 all day, every day. Anybody that knows me, it is what I'm going to say it. Stop. That's a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. And I'm not asking you not to get yours. Just don't take mine. You know what I'm trying to say? And don't tell me I have to conform. Like, listen, if I still want to call you, if you change your name legally, boom, then I'm going to call you that legally. If I know, like, now I guess, do they have transgender bathrooms? So what happens if I got to go to the bathroom and there's a female bathroom, and there's a male bathroom and a transgender bathroom? I'm at the park, I'm at the club, and I got to pee. Excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm using the bathroom. Oh. Don't tell me I don't belong in there. F out of here, clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Excuse me, I had a moment. Everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles. I'm your host, Bill Forster. That was Dr. Marilyn Corder. We was talking about stuff going on. Roscoe said, your thoughts or opinions are not more important or relevant than what I think. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I need a drink now. We didn't talk about this stuff. I pray for a better world, because you keep calling them breasts all you want, and I got your back. Somebody tell me you chest feeding, I'm gonna be like, knock it off. That's my cousin. She breastfeeding. She ain't chest feeding. What's up, Eddie? He said this is an unbelievable period of time where the white LGBTQ power is a runaway train, and they don't even know when or where to stop it. Yep, let's see what the future holds. Sit back and watch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Roscoe, I know what you mean. That's too, brother. Yo, Ed, you're right, bro. Like it's like bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Because exactly, like Eddie, I don't even know if you heard us earlier. Excuse me. It's coming out now that women have to call themselves, when they go to the doctor, it's called the vagina has to be called bonus holes. So they don't want to offend the trans parents. Yeah, the American experiment is a big fail. Yep. Bosco says that. Yeah. So everybody, like I said, next is going to be dogs and cats and birds. You're like, oh, it's your dog. What's his name? It's not him. It's they. How do you know? Why you call him they? Because I saw him licking himself, and I think he's bi. I mean, like the bird. You got a cat. Oh, that's my cat. What's her name? No, it's him. What do you mean? It's them? Because I stand for those kind of rights, and so I want you to make him neutral. You get that cat off my couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I ain't got time for all that. Like it's too much. And like I said, to each his own. Party, rock, get everything that you can get, but just don't change the narrative where the world is that different. And I'm not saying, and the rabbit hole, is it different? Is it make it a better place, or is it making it a worse place? That's the real question. Is it making it a better place, or is it making it worse? And you're going to have people start disliking other people and things like this because you jamming it down people's throats. Something to think about. I'm not telling you to stop anything. I'm just telling you something to think about. Those that are in power that can make things change, you don't have to do it like that all the time. And with that being said, this is Real Talk Chronicles. I'm Bill Forster. I'm going to get out of here. See you Wednesday. We got a lot to talk about. Hope you tune in. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Stay careful. Be safe. Peace.